All right, let's dive into it. The Eagles have been showing some serious fire on the field, and you could feel the energy the moment the game started. From the jump, the defense came out like a wall, completely shutting down the Bills in the first half, something they hadn't done since 2023. James Cook, usually unstoppable, couldn't get anything going, and Josh Allen was forced to play under pressure constantly. The Eagles' defensive line looked like a machine, relentless and precise. Jalen Carter, making his return after dealing with shoulder procedures, was an absolute force. Every play he touched seemed to disrupt the Bills' rhythm, whether he was getting sacks, stopping the run, or just being a constant headache for the opposing offense. You could see the frustration on the other side when one of their linemen started exaggerating a little poke to the eye, trying to make a scene. But football is football, and the Eagles' intensity was real, physical, and unrelenting, nothing more, nothing less. Carter's presence alone sent a message that this defense is back and capable of controlling high-powered offenses. Morrow Drummond and Jalen Hunt were right there with him, piling up sacks and pressuring Allen every chance they got. The linebacker group was phenomenal, with Zach Bond standing out in every play, showing up in the run game, and making key stops that could have easily turned into turnovers if luck had swung the other way. The combination of discipline, athleticism, and sheer aggression was evident, and you could see in every tackle, every coverage, every effort to shut down big plays before they could even start. Jay Campbell and the rest of the linebacker crew added another layer of dominance, showcasing speed and instinct that allowed the Eagles to control the field and set the tone for the game. Against an offense like the Bills, you can't underestimate the significance of maintaining composure while staying aggressive, and the Eagles did both. On the cornerback side, Cooper Dean delivered perhaps his best performance, racking up 9 tackles and demonstrating a keen understanding of the game. He allowed a long pass, sure, but overall his presence on the field was commanding, constantly reading plays and disrupting the opposing receivers. Quan, on the other hand, had some challenges, giving up a play or two, but overall he was tested and showed resilience. Dory Jackson, Marcus Epps, and Reed Blankenship contributed with big hits and solid coverage, ensuring that the Bills' offense could not find any comfortable rhythm. Every 3-and-out was a testament to the Eagles' preparation and execution, showing that the defense could handle the grind of the game and maintain peak performance under pressure. Special teams also played a critical role in a tight matchup. Jake Elliott proved why he's trusted in crucial moments, hitting field goals, including a 47-yard kick that directly influenced the outcome of the game. The precision and confidence he displayed were essential in a game decided by just 1 point. It's easy to overlook special teams, but moments like these make it clear that a strong kicking game can be the difference between a win and a loss. Moving over to the offense, the first half was a showcase of efficiency and execution. Jalen Hurts orchestrated the plays beautifully, taking advantage of matchups and distributing the ball to A.J. Brown, Devonta Smith, and Dallas Goedert with accuracy and timing. The game plan seemed to focus on keeping the offense in rhythm, trusting the key playmakers to deliver in critical moments. Saquon Barkley's involvement added another layer of balance, allowing the Eagles to mix runs and passes effectively and keep the defense guessing. The offensive line held up, providing Hurts with time to make decisive throws and open lanes for the running game. However, the second half told a slightly different story. There was a noticeable shift in momentum, and some of the earlier fluidity seemed to diminish. Devonta Smith, for instance, experienced a few drops that interrupted the rhythm, which, while not catastrophic, raised questions about consistency under pressure. Despite these hiccups, the Eagles maintained composure, relying on short passes and clock management to protect their lead. The offensive adjustments reflected an analytical approach, playing smart football, but it also highlighted a recurring theme. The team often performs at its peak for only one half against top-tier opponents. Games against teams like the Rams, Chiefs, and Cowboys have shown similar patterns, where the offense dominates early but struggles to maintain the same impact throughout. A.J. Brown continues to be a cornerstone, pushing past 1,000 receiving yards this season, while Dallas Goedert remains a touchdown machine, solidifying his place in franchise history. Smitty, although slightly off his peak, still contributes, and the balance between star power and depth is crucial as the Eagles look toward the postseason. The offensive coordinator, however, remains a point of contention. Despite wins, there's a clear need for sharper in-game adjustments and consistency to avoid relying solely on the first half's momentum. The potential is there, the talent is evident, but execution over the full 60 minutes remains the key challenge. The combination of dominant defense, clutch special teams, and an explosive offense, when firing on all cylinders, makes the Eagles a formidable force. The return of key defensive players, the strategic distribution of the ball on offense, and the ability to control the clock all paint a picture of a team capable of deep playoff runs. Still, the conversation about maintaining high-level performance for the full game, addressing minor offensive inconsistencies, and ensuring that every playmaker is at their best will be critical as the season progresses. Fans can feel excited about what they saw against the Bills, knowing that the Eagles have the tools to compete at the highest level, but also aware that perfection is an ongoing pursuit in every matchup. The game highlighted the resilience and adaptability of the Eagles roster. From the trenches to the skill positions, the coordination between units demonstrated the strength of their preparation and the mental toughness required in close contests. Each sack, each tackle for loss, and every strategic decision on third down contributed to a game where defense ultimately set the stage for a narrow but vital victory. This type of performance sets a benchmark for the remainder of the season, illustrating the balance between individual talent and cohesive teamwork. Players like Jalen Carter, Zach Bond, and the secondary unit proved that effort and execution at a high level can overwhelm even the most potent offenses. Meanwhile, the offensive highlights, punctuated by Jake Elliott's clutch kicking and Jalen Hurts' leadership, provided a complete team performance, blending physicality, skill, and strategic awareness to secure the win in dramatic fashion. Continuing from the momentum of the first half, the second part of the game highlighted both the promise and the areas where the Eagles still need refinement. As the Bills adjusted their strategies, the Eagles' offense had to pivot and find new ways to maintain control. Jalen Hurts demonstrated remarkable composure, even when the passing windows were tighter and the pressure intensified. The precision that marked the early drives had to adapt to a defense that was increasingly keyed in on stopping big plays. Hurts relied on timing, quick reads, and the chemistry he has with A.J. Brown and Dallas Goedert to keep drives alive. There were moments where short passes became crucial, not just as a method to move the chains, but as a way to manage the clock and maintain the lead. Saquon Barkley's contributions on the ground were essential in keeping the defense honest, allowing for balanced play calling that prevented the Bills from stacking the box or focusing exclusively on Hurts' passing options. Devonta Smith's performance, though slightly inconsistent, remained a critical component of the offensive rhythm. While he experienced some drops that interrupted flow, his ability to stretch the field and create separation when it mattered most ensured the Eagles could capitalize on key situations. The chemistry between Hurts and his receivers was evident, especially in moments where timing and anticipation had to compensate for tighter coverage. The offense's ability to adapt mid-game, shifting from aggressive passing to methodical, calculated plays, showcased a level of strategic awareness that will be vital in playoff scenarios. However, the second half also highlighted the team's tendency to rely heavily on first-half momentum. Against elite teams, sustaining dominance across both halves remains a challenge, one that the coaching staff must address to ensure the team can perform consistently under the heightened stakes of postseason matchups. The offensive line continued to provide strong support, giving Hurts the protection needed to make quick decisions and allowing running backs to find lanes even against a tenacious Bills front. Their performance underscored the importance of cohesion and technique, especially when the game becomes a battle of attrition in the second half. In high-pressure moments, the line held firm, demonstrating the Eagles' ability to execute under stress and maintain offensive productivity. However, some lapses did occur, moments that could have been exploited by a more opportunistic defense. and these instances serve as reminders of the fine margins at the top levels of competition. Meanwhile, the defense maintained its dominance despite the offensive adjustments by the Bills. Jalen Carter's return continued to be a major factor, as his presence disrupted the offensive line and created opportunities for his teammates to capitalize on mistakes. Morrow Drummond, Jalen Hunt, and the linebacker unit, led by Zach Bond and Jay Campbell, kept the pressure relentless, forcing Allen and Cook into difficult situations and limiting big plays. The secondary, with Cooper Dean and Dory Jackson stepping up, ensured that passing lanes were contested and that the Bills' receivers had minimal breathing room. The defense's ability to combine speed, anticipation, and physicality made them a constant threat and a cornerstone of the Eagles' strategy. Every tackle for loss, every well-timed blitz, and every defensive adjustment demonstrated the team's preparation, adaptability, and mental toughness. Special teams once again played a decisive role in a tight matchup. Jake Elliott's reliability in critical situations highlighted the value of consistent kicking under pressure, with his successful field goals directly contributing to the narrow margin of victory. The game's outcome reinforced the principle that every unit matters: defense, offense, and special teams all combining to secure the win. In high-stakes games, the ability to execute across all phases often determines who advances and who falls short, and the Eagles demonstrated that they are capable of delivering when it counts the most. Looking at individual contributions, A.J. Brown's continued excellence and milestone achievements provide stability and explosive potential. Dallas Goedert's touchdown record underscores his consistent production, while Saquon Barkley's versatility adds another layer of unpredictability for opponents. Devonta Smith's occasional drops are balanced by his ability to make crucial plays, showing that even in moments of inconsistency, the Eagles' offensive weapons remain formidable. Hurts' leadership and ability to read defenses on the fly will be critical in guiding this group through the remaining games and into the playoffs. The offensive coordinator, though a point of debate, has demonstrated a capacity to adjust game plans to maintain competitiveness, though questions about in-game adjustments and consistency remain. The Eagles' resilience is evident not just in individual performances, but in the team's ability to respond to adversity. Facing a high-powered Bills offense, they maintained composure, executed under pressure, and controlled the tempo of the game when it mattered most. The balance of veteran leadership and young talent creates a roster capable of sustaining high-level performance. The coaching staff's ability to adapt strategies and leverage player strengths will continue to be a key factor as the postseason approaches. Every adjustment, every halftime discussion, and every strategic shift contributes to a team identity built around toughness, discipline, and the ability to seize critical moments. As the season progresses, the focus will be on refining execution in the second half of games, ensuring that the Eagles are not just a first-half powerhouse, but a team that can dominate from start to finish. Maintaining offensive consistency, maximizing defensive pressure, and ensuring special teams remain reliable will be essential in the pursuit of deeper playoff success. The victories against the Bills and other top teams provide confidence, but they also serve as reminders of the work that remains. Sustaining momentum, addressing minor lapses, and leveraging star talent effectively will define the Eagles' trajectory moving forward. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. In a move that has sent shockwaves across the NFL, whispers are swirling that the Philadelphia Eagles could be on the verge of acquiring Buffalo Bills superstar quarterback, Josh Allen. The mere idea of Allen donning the Eagles' green and white has ignited a frenzy among fans and analysts alike, sparking debates over how such a seismic shift could reshape the landscape of the league. Sources close to the team hint that negotiations are in their early stages, though details remain tantalizingly elusive, leaving supporters to speculate on what could be one of the most monumental trades in recent memory. Philadelphia, known for its bold maneuvers and a front office unafraid to make headlines, appears ready to shake up its roster in pursuit of a championship. Josh Allen, with his blend of arm strength, mobility, and playmaking ability, would represent a transformative addition to a team already brimming with talent. The prospect of pairing Allen with Philadelphia's offensive weapons has fans envisioning a high-octane attack capable of redefining the NFC East hierarchy. Yet questions abound. How much would the Eagles have to part with to secure a deal of this magnitude? Could Buffalo's front office be persuaded to part ways with one of the league's most dynamic quarterbacks? Analysts are already speculating on the ripple effects. Would Allen's arrival push Philadelphia into immediate Super Bowl contention? Or could the pressure of such expectations backfire? How would this impact the development of the Eagles' current quarterback situation? Meanwhile, Buffalo's locker room is said to be buzzing with uncertainty as teammates and coaches brace for what could be a blockbuster departure. Social media has erupted with fan theories, mock trades, and endless what-if scenarios, highlighting just how electrifying this potential acquisition could be. While no official confirmation has been made, the rumors alone have generated headlines from coast to coast. If even half of the speculation proves true, the NFL may be entering a new era where franchises are willing to make unprecedented gambles to chase glory. Philadelphia's fan base is abuzz with excitement and anticipation, bracing for a move that could not only redefine their team, but also reverberate across the entire league. For now, all eyes remain glued to the Eagles' front office, as whispers of Josh Allen in Philadelphia continue to dominate sports conversations nationwide. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.